but there's a new Sony patent that is interesting. So there's all this fucking crap, blah, 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 blah. But we'll just start with fucking this one, and then Extra can help explain it.
Yeah.
So Sony's new patent adjusts the game settings based on real world. Sony has patented a new type of gaming adjustment algorithm that will cater to the gamer based on real world factors. This system could function based on information gathered from your mobile device. Okay, that's a concern. This patent has been dubbed controlling game state. Jesus. Sony's new game system will adjust factors like difficulty level, in-game visuals, brightness, colors, and frame rate. It seems as though this new system will aim to provide a more dynamic experience to gamers, catering to their current state. For example, a game's difficulty may increase or decrease based on your environment, the time, etc. It appears as though the player might be tired when the game's difficulty will decrease. Sony has argued that the current setting system and difficulty adjustments are too fixed and they don't adequately adjust to the player's individual needs. Okay. While this may be the case, it may not be ideal to offer Sony free reign over such personal information. You know, the company that routinely gets hacked and has all their employees and customers' data leaked and people's PlayStations get fucking bricked. Anyway, apparently the system may even suggest games based on your stress level. You're going fucking nuts. You're about to smash your head in the wall. Time to get on the camo grind. This means that the games will be classified as either exciting or relaxing. While that's a nice idea in principle, I think it's a nice idea in principle to just go and buy a game that you think will calm you down or a game that you want to sweat in based off your own individual taste. It may also be better if Sony didn't have access to that data, lest they become the subject of a data breach. Again. It seems that Sony has been busy lately, having just released the PS5 Pro, a scam. They've also patented a unique game rewind feature that you can read more about. Don't just take a word for it, yada, 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 yada. So here it all is here. This is the patent.
Actually, it really fucking concerns me because then it takes away one of my favorite parts of gaming, which was when I was a kid playing something over and over and over and over again, and you keep fucking losing, right? And you start getting angry and you probably rage quit a couple times or you move on to something else. But eventually you do come back because it's like, I have to climb that mountain. And you do end up beating it. It is kind of an important lesson for people to learn. And if you can learn it through gaming, it's going to make life a lot easier. I mean, you can't just quit. Right? And in real life, shit doesn't just lower. That's one of the benefits about gaming, I think, with having kids play games that are difficult is no. Don't let them lower the difficulty. Let them keep playing and playing and playing. And if they fail, they fail. But eventually they won't, and they will overcome that. And that is something they can take and apply to the rest of their life. Without that, you're just left with people always beating because you're going to lose a couple times. And then it's going to be like, oh no, they're going to turn off the console for a bit. Oh, we got to keep them on for longer, which is what this is. The goal is to keep you on the PlayStation 24 hours a fucking day, if possible. And so then they lower the difficulty and up your stats even and do shit like that. And then they allow you to win, and you really don't achieve anything. I know a lot of it is with gaming, people are like, oh, you're just sitting there doing nothing. Well, fuck, you really are just sitting and watching having the easiest time of your life. What's the point of playing the game if there's not a level of difficulty? That's why people love multiplayer games so much. It's because there is that random level of difficulty that, yeah, maybe you're just going to destroy people for a bit, but then that one guy with a fucking massive cock comes in and just fucks your day up in COD, right? And we all fucking hate when that happens. But then, there's eventually the time where you beat that person. It's like, oh shit, now I'm the big dick in town.
Look at Elden Ring. It was the most popular game, and it's because of its challenge. No one gives a fuck about the Elden Ring story, like most people. I mean, there's a lot of channels dedicated to the story, but overall, it was the challenge of the gameplay. So if you're just making games like that, because that's going to affect those types of games as well, it doesn't seem like it's just going to be their games. It feels like it's going to be all games, which is shit. because why is it a new trend to make fucking games for brain dead fuckheads? Look at zombies. Look how fucking watered down and easy zombies has become because of
What, Black Ops 6 zombies?
Yeah, Black Ops 6 zombies, Cold War. They're just making everything so easy now. And
yeah, like I said before, when I played the Monster Hunter beta, the fact that you can call in NPCs to help, I'm like, I don't think people are gonna like that, man. But
yeah,
there is definitely this push to make things a lot easier. But I think in regards to this pattern, though, I think Cream hit the nail on the head. This is just to keep you on the fucking console.
They're making it easier, because they said when you're tired, it's gonna play easier. That's fucking shit. You should get wrecked and then have to go to bed.
This isn't anything new, and Sony has done this in the past where they've patented things. Remember last year they patented, maybe it was earlier this year, maybe I'm mistaken, but they patented that whole thing where the game would autoplay for you. Remember that?
Yes.
Yep.
You know, and what have they done with that? And so one of the things that I need to preface all this with is that dynamic difficulty is not a new thing. It goes all the way back to games like God Hand. Resident Evil 4 had it, not the remake, the original. Max Payne has always had dynamic difficulty. Even Bethesda tried to integrate it into some of the Elder Scrolls games. I think both Oblivion and Oblivion had it, Morrowind didn't. Anybody can file a patent, whether it goes anywhere. And prior to this, I was saying that game state typically refers to something else. It's not what they're calling. What they're referring to here, where they're talking more about the conditions of the game, not a rendering technique. GameScape normally talks about a rendering technique that's used, which you see as the game state. So I was thrown off initially and digging into this, but it just seems like they're trying to patent a lot around dynamic difficulty, and how far they go with that is going to be questionable. Nintendo, I thought, had tried to do this actually during the Wii of all places, where the weather channel and the time of day would have had impacts and implications on things in the game. Like the real world weather would show up and affect certain games. Same thing with the time of day. So I'm curious if they're going to run into Nintendo already having patented some of this. I can do some homework on what they patented. I think this is just a pie in the sky thing, and I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere.
But I think Cream had a good point though. This is to keep you on the console, and the fact that this will suggest games to you based off your mood.
Well, check out the other patent they had, which I think they actually will do something with that will keep people on the console. So this patent was also filed in the last week, and nobody's talking about it either.
Sony is looking to patent a game-changing controller feature that would allow PlayStation users to rewind their progress at any point. What? So it's a do-over button.
Basically like save states function, or in emulation. A lot of games that are in emulation. Now this worries me, because are they going to come after those that have, built this in other games? Like a lot of what comes out of limited run games when they do their remasters, love them or hate them. Digital Eclipse also puts rewind in a lot of their games. Can they actually patent this? I don't know. But I will say on my DualSense, when I do play PlayStation, I never use that button for captures.
Oh my gosh, the possibilities with this. Imagine you're in like a fucking boss fight fighting a dragon, and you think it's gonna stomp on you, so you like fucking dodge away, but it breathes fire. And you go, oh, rewind, because he's gonna breathe fire, not stomp. So I'll rewind and just fucking take a step forward instead, and I've dodged his attack.
It could make Souls games accessible for casuals. I would that.
Fuck that! Can you imagine this with Halo 2? Imagine this with fucking Halo 2. Walk around the corner, jackal snipe, bang! Go, there's a jackal around that corner. Don't peek it.